the unveiling of my version of the bass of the future. It's built on Ibanez Micro 5-string short scale. It's a nice light bass. Suits my aging hands. Bought this bass originally just as an inexpensive bass to try 5-string and fell in love with it. So at any rate, that's the bass. This is the keyboard that I put on it. It's a Nectar SE25. It's a MIDI keyboard. You can see it's got a cable routed from here, the MIDI cable. It's got the audio cable here, and I've bundled them together in a single cord that goes down to the pedal board for the bass. And then the MIDI line continues over its USB into a hub that then feeds into my iPad, which is running Camelot Pro. So at any rate, I'll get down to recording some different samples. I'm also going to post some pictures with this of, showing some of the clamps and stuff, so see a little bit more about how it's put together. But at any rate, here we go. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is a Ibanez Micro. It's a GSRM 25, the 5-string version of the micro bass. Pretty common bass sounds. It's a nice playing little bass, and we use it, we got a little 4-man band. I just recently started playing keyboards, trying to add some different dynamics. But there's also I saw Annie Clements plays bass for Maren Morris. One of the award shows, she had pulled out her version of a bass with keys on it, and originally thought it looked like a really custom deal, and sort of inaccessible, and so didn't really think too much more about it. But she recently did some YouTube videos explaining how she put it together. So that's what led me to try to do my own version, because it looked like something you could actually do on your own. It's the first sound. I've never been able to do much in the way of slap bass, so it's kind of fun to load up some slap bass samples and layer them with some other things to maybe giving them a little bit more tone, more depth. It's also not a very well professionally recorded video. I've just got my iPhone, and the sound is coming out of my my Fender Rumble 200. So. There's a little bit of slap bass kind of thing going on. So. Depending on what kind of sounds you need to add, whatever the band is doing. Obviously, it's probably easier if you've got to cover bass and the key part to do that on an actual keyboard, because the bass takes 2 hands to play. But if there's a part in a song that requires something different, that's another place where the key bass here kind of shines, so you can play. Another sound back here, helping out the guitars. Got another sort of pad sound, synth bass, whatever. least for this demo. The anything is possible category. Never know, Christmas show's coming up. Anyway, so that kind of wraps up this video. As people requested to see what I've done here, have a video playing it. Again, it's a really pretty simple setup. The hardest part was figuring out exactly how to bend the brackets, the angles, distance from the strings so they don't interfere with the bass playing, and yet they're accessible for the keyboard parts, using the keyboard on there. You can see the clamp that I made. Again, a lot of just easily accessible hardware. Helps to have access to a shop with a vise to bend this stuff in, some drills and taps and stuff like that. There's nothing that's permanently damaging the, hurting the bass. Using dual lock fasteners on the back side, and then a clamp with some sponge rubber some foam on the top side there, on top of those clamps. So it's good and secure, but there's nothing that's going to permanently mar the finish of the instrument. So, at any rate. Hope this has been helpful for people, to give you a little bit of demonstration of what you can do.